When Anna confessed, she didn't cry. She didn't beg for forgiveness. She just said it like she was telling me what she had for lunch. We were sitting in our living room, the same place where we had celebrated birthdays, opened Christmas presents, and planned our future. She looked me straight in the eye and said, "I slept with someone else. And honestly, I don't feel guilty about it." At first, I just stared at her, waiting for the rest. Waiting for her to say she was joking or drunk, or that it was a one-time mistake she regretted. But instead, she leaned back on the couch, arms crossed, like she had just won an argument. "Why?" I finally managed to ask, my voice barely above a whisper. She shrugged. "Because I felt like it. Because things between us have been boring, and I wanted to feel alive again. And I do. I feel amazing, actually." Her words hit me harder than any punch I'd ever taken. I thought back to all the nights I worked late to provide for us, the anniversaries I planned, the countless little moments where I put her happiness above mine. And now, she was telling me that wasn't enough, that I wasn't enough. But instead of yelling, I went silent. Years as a contractor had taught me how to stay calm even when everything around me was collapsing. "Okay," I said, standing up. Anna frowned. "Okay. That's it. No screaming? No name-calling?" "No," I said. "Just okay." She smirked, mistaking my calm for weakness. "Good. Because I don't need you making me feel bad about this. I'm not the villain here." That night, I didn't sleep. I sat at the kitchen table, staring at the faint ring of coffee stains on the wood, thinking about how we got here. There had been warning signs, sure, the sudden girls' nights, the late-night texts she kept flipping face down, the new lingerie I'd never seen her wear for me. I just hadn't wanted to see them. But now I saw everything clearly. By morning, my anger had cooled into something sharper, resolve. I brewed a pot of coffee and packed a small overnight bag for myself. Not because I was leaving, but because I wanted to send a message. When Anna came into the kitchen, still in her robe, she looked surprised to see me dressed. "Where are you going?" she asked, rubbing her eyes. "Nowhere," I said evenly, sipping my coffee. "I just thought I'd get a head start on the day." She gave me a suspicious look. "You're acting weird." I smiled faintly. "Am I? I guess I just needed to think. You know, about what you said last night." Her expression softened, like she thought we were about to have some heart-to-heart conversation where I'd beg her to stay. She reached for my hand. "Look, I know you're hurt, but this doesn't have to end us. I still love you. I just needed something different." I pulled my hand back. "Different," I repeated. "Right. And you got it. Congratulations." She frowned, annoyed. "What's your point?" "My point," I said, standing up, "is that you made your choice. Now I'm going to make mine." I spent the rest of the morning cleaning the house. Not a regular tidy-up, a full reset. I boxed up her things one drawer at a time, folding everything neatly, placing it in the garage. Every photo of us came down from the walls. Every shared memory, every trace of the life we'd built together, gone. Around noon, I texted her. "Come home. We need to talk." When she walked in later, her face went pale. The house looked empty, hollow. What is all this?" she stammered. "This," I said calmly, "is me taking back my life. You said you felt amazing after betraying me. Great. Go keep feeling amazing somewhere else." Her jaw dropped. "You can't just throw me out." "Actually," I said, handing her the boxes I'd packed, "I can. And I am." Anna stood there, clutching the box like it was a lifeline. "You're seriously doing this? Over one mistake?" "One mistake." I laughed, shaking my head. "You didn't just slip up, Anna. You made a choice. And when I asked you last night if you regretted it, you said no. That's not a mistake. That's who you are." She put the box down and stepped closer. "You're overreacting. We can work through this. People go through worse and stay together." "Not this time," I said. My voice was calm, but inside, my chest felt like it was on fire. Do you know what it felt like to sit there, listening to the person I trusted most brag about betraying me? To hear you say it made you feel alive, like I'd been holding you back this whole time. She flinched. "I didn't marry someone who would humiliate me in my own house," I continued. "And I won't live with one either. So yes, You're leaving. Today. For the first time since her confession, I saw fear in her eyes. She started crying, dropping all the bravado from the night before. Please don't do this. I didn't think you'd actually. That's the problem, Anna, I said, opening the front door. You didn't think at all. You just did what felt good for you. Now I'm doing what feels right for me. She stood there for a long moment, tears streaming down her face. Then she finally picked up the box and walked out without another word. When the door shut behind her, I sank onto the couch. For the first time in months, the house was silent. Painfully, beautifully silent. Later that evening, I took a slow walk through the now bare living room. The walls were empty, but for some reason, I felt lighter. There was grief, yes, but underneath it, a strange sense of freedom. I realized then that I wasn't just throwing Anna out of the house. I was throwing out every lie I'd been telling myself. That things would get better. That she still loved me the way I loved her. That I just needed to try harder. No. I was done trying. And for the first time in a long time, that felt like peace.